I love my job. I really do. I love the fact that I have an opportunity to work one on one with people in their homes and in their lives. There's a lot of really good people out there with a lot of really good stories and a lot of struggles and a lot of joys. And I get the opportunity to sit with them and learn about them and get to know them on a more personal level than I would get to, I feel, in any other work out there. So I love that part about it. I love the people. That's my favorite part about my job.
The thing that I enjoy the most is probably meeting with people. I enjoy getting to know people on a daily basis, learning about their lives, their story, where they've come in, where they have come through life, what they have learned. And I learn so much from each appointment, everybody that I meet with. Matter of fact, I think I spend most of my time just talking to people and a whole lot less time talking about products.
There's so much to like about a career in this agency with Legacy. I can't pinpoint one, whether it's the managers, mentors, fellow agents. The teamwork is nothing I've ever seen before. It's very positive around the office. Everybody helps each other. So regarding Legacy and what I'm doing within this agency, you don't see it on the outside. You don't see it in other corporations or anything. So internally here, that's a huge joy. Of course, getting to meet the people, getting to help people, that's just my nature anyway. And then the flexibility, especially the flexibility with my personal lifestyle right now, changes that have occurred, everything just coalesces so well. And I just feel like I'm blessed to be a part of this group and team and the people out there and having the financial rewards that come with it. That's just such a bonus.
I would say the fact that I get to connect with people, go to their homes, and just really make that connection and be able to help them ultimately is what I enjoy most.
I have a client, and this was back when I first got started. I was working with her on the phone. I had called in response to, I believe, request she'd asked, or for some reason she popped up, and I reached out to this gal, and she set an appointment with me. She was somewhat hesitant to get together, but she did. She was willing to get together, and as we worked and found out the struggles that she was having, the medical bills that she was dealing with, the struggles she had just making her payments and trying to meet everything. We found ways to get her some extra help. We found ways to get her on some programs that would provide better benefits for her. And I think it was probably the second appointment when we went back that she was just in tears. And she said, how did I meet you? How did I get this? And I just said, you answered the phone. You answered the phone and you said yes. And she said, I don't usually do that. But she was so grateful. And I was so grateful. I was just filled with so much joy because we got to help her solve some problems in a really good way. And that's very pleasing to me. I really love that.
Specifically, I can think of a time that I helped a woman settle a life insurance policy. She was on Medicaid her whole life, and her husband was disabled. He hardly worked. And they had $1 million term life insurance. He was in his 40s. Although I didn't sell them the policy, I knew them personally through their parents. And he passed away. I had met with him on a Monday about his Medicare. Since he was disabled, he was on Medicare. I met with him on Monday. I think he passed away on the Thursday of that week. And when I had done a fact finder, he told me he had one thing he had done before he got disabled was got $1 million in life insurance. So I spent the 90 days or however long it took helping her settle that policy, and her life has really changed as a result of that. So it makes me a lot more passionate about life insurance now.
I would say it was probably towards the beginning of when I started that I sat down with a lady who was struggling with her current plan and was paying a lot of money for what she currently had and hadn't changed it in years. And when I was able to sit down with her and show her the options available and the amount of money I could save her, it really changed the course of the rest of the appointment. And it was exciting to see her excitement of the amount of money I was able to help save for her. And she was just completely elated, and her husband was happy because they were saving money and had more cruise money. So they were pretty pleased with the rest of the appointment, and still keep in contact with them, and everything is still going great.
For me, being in charge of what I do has been one of the big benefits to me for my career. I get to kind of be in control of how much I want it to be. If I want to put the effort in and progress and get somewhere, I can do that. If I want to sit back, I can do that. But I know that I'm in charge and I'm in control of that. And that's, for me, always been a big deal. I've always had my own businesses. I've always kind of been that way. But this one, I have a lot more opportunity in the control that I have. If I work hard and I spend the time out there thinking about others, then I can make some good progress. So I love that side of my career, that I have some control over it. I love the people that I work with. I love not only the clients, but the support system in the field that I'm in and in the place that I'm working. So I have a lot of parts and pieces that fit together really well.
Throughout my life, I've had several different careers, worked at a bank, worked as a financial advisor for a bank. But this has probably been the most life-changing for my family, just the ability to have the income that I want to have. I feel like I'm in much more control over my income and the goals that I want to have. It feels like a frustration that you can have with previous jobs, or frustrations that I have had with previous jobs, is not being able to control my income. And that's probably the single biggest factor that I appreciate about this job, is the ability to control my income. That as things develop in my family and I need more income, I can do that. I can work more, go on more appointments, or as I reach a certain level, I can take more time off and enjoy the time with my family.
The freedom of knowing that you pay the bills, pay off the car in one check, and put the money in the accounts, just get debt free, is a reality. And just personally, an illness in the family is now turning the tables. My husband's health has taken a turn for the worse. Nobody wants to experience that. However, since he cannot work and provide what he has in the past, this position that I'm in has now allowed me to step in to be the breadwinner. And that couldn't have happened, I don't think, anywhere else. I'm able to pay the bills. I'm able to actually plan for the future and keep moving on just as we have in the past.